Do you feel it is the neutral audience that really makes a movie huge?
100%. Because see, as fans, Shah Rukh Khan can make a 3-hour video of him eating food. We'll go and watch. We will go and watch because we love him. We love seeing his face. Like he could be sitting and eating biryani for 3 hours. We'll be there in the movie theater first day, first show to watch that. What is happening with Pathaan? It's not just fans, it's the neutral audience. 4 years, over 4 years, just waiting for him. First day, first show in US, the minute he came on the screen and he said Zinda Hai, that's it. I was like, I didn't even need to watch the rest of the movie. I knew I'm gonna come back again and again for this. It's just amazing.
It's only able to work these kinds of numbers and this kind of pandemonium, I suppose, because of neutral audiences. You know, fans. If we could do this, we could have done it for all the other movies too. But this is a neutral audience for sure.
The only time I've ever heard anyone in the US make noise in a movie theater was when Thor's hammer was caught by Captain America in like a Marvel movie. But that level of excitement I saw for Pathaan, which was crazy.
When Shah Rukh Khan came on in Besharam Rang, where he's all like shirtless, the girl next to me gasped so hard she choked. I was laughing for the next 5 minutes.
Not every movie is a hit like Pathaan is, and that's because it's a mix of everyone coming together. Now, in Toronto, I think especially, there is an important mix of the fanfare and the neutral audiences, and bringing neutral audiences to Pathaan, the fans are definitely doing that. I mean, as I said earlier, I took my Italian roommate. I know people who took their Serbian friends. I know an Iraqi girl that went. So like I saw the multiculturalism of Toronto showing up in the theaters for Pathaan, and that was also so beautiful to watch.
पठान के फैंस के घर में पार्टी रखोगे तो मेहमान नवाजी के लिए पठान के फैंस तो आएंगे और साथ में स्नो स्टॉर्म भी लाएंगे.
अच्छा, मौसम बिगड़ने वाला है. Okay, that's interesting. Guys, welcome on Connect FM Canada. How are you guys doing?
Wonderful.
On top of the world.
Yeah.
Couldn't
If
be
you
better.
guys can say together your first sentiment after watching Pathaan in one word.
Blockbuster.
Crying.
Blockbuster.
Like I said, on top of the world.
On top of the world. Okay, all right. All right, Farhan. So Shah Rukh Khan has sent you a message, I think last year most probably.
Mhm.
It's your pinned tweet as well. What does this success of Pathaan means to you personally?
A lot. I mean, we were starving from years, to be honest. Like from years. Chennai Express, I think, was the last blockbuster. We had a couple of successful movies after that, but Chennai Express was the last one, which just blew everyone out of the water, right? So we have been waiting for almost 10 years now. And this one, from past 4 years, we had no movie. We were just waiting and waiting, secretly wishing that this one turns out to be the biggest blockbuster. And that's exactly what happened. Every day I wake up, I was telling yesterday on Twitter as well, every day I wake up, unable to focus on work or anything. I'm just waking up, checking how much did Pathaan earn? What did we do today? What records we are breaking? That's just my daily routine from past 5-6 days. So that Pathaan storm has completely taken over. That's the only thing I've been focusing on from past 5-6 days. And it just means a lot to see Shah Rukh Khan happy, to see the fans happy. We have been waiting for this for so long, and it just feels awesome. We are so pumped about it.
All right, you're from Ontario, Toronto?
Yeah, no, Windsor.
Windsor.
Okay, Detroit, US.
Cynthia, where exactly in USA are you?
North Carolina.
Your first sentiment after watching Pathaan, what is the show timing?
Amazing. You know, I couldn't even make it to the first day, first show, but I bought a ticket anyway because I so badly wanted to support the box office numbers. Literally, I just bought it. I was at school, I was at work, but I went in the evening the next day. And so first reaction, you know, in K3G when Jaya is waiting for Shah Rukh Khan to enter, and then like you think he's not going to make it, and then he makes the entry. That's how I feel. I feel like Shah Rukh Khan has made it. He just jumped off the helicopter, and like it's so exciting, and I'm so happy.
Great. Vatsala, where exactly in USA?
Michigan, Farmington.
So were you the one who was taking your grandmother? Oh,
My
okay.
mother, actually my mother.
Your mother. Oh, I posted that tweet.
Yes, I
Twitter
saw
today.
that. I did see that.
Did she have a good time?
Oh, she had an amazing time. Let me just tell you this. So there were two shows that day, 5 o'clock and 8:30. And I asked her because we were going to see both the shows. We had no doubt about not seeing it. So I asked her, "Are you going to stay back to see the second show?" And the only thing is she asked me is, "Can you take me to the bathroom in between?" I said yes, and she stayed back.
So you saw both the shows,
Yes.
and it was snowing outside.
Absolutely.
Oh my.
Actually, Shah Rukh Khan did mention, right? मौसम बिगड़ने वाला है.
That's a good one. That was a good one. But I think this is amazing. Hats off to your mother. Okay, let me come to Aryan from Toronto.
Yes.
Aryan, what time did you see the film? First thought.
Oh, I saw it. Oh, I saw it first day, and immediately after, when you see Shah Rukh get revealed on screen, it's starstruck. It's like every time you see his reveal, you have that same feeling of the first time. You're like, whoa, this is more than just an actor, right? So that's what it was. That's exactly what it was. And I think I took my Italian roommate to the show. We trekked in the snow. We're in downtown, but we went to see it in another city. So it was just outside of the downtown core. So we trekked in the snow, and we, as soon as we were in the theater, we knew that this was the moment we've been waiting for so many years. So it was so good to see Shah Rukh just shine as he always does.
Amazing. Gia, where exactly are you from?
Hi, I'm from Texas.
All right. What time did you see the film, and your first thoughts?
So the closest theater to me had a show at 4:30. Unfortunately, I had to wait until then, but it was so exciting when I first went in there. Um, for me personally, Shah Rukh Khan means a lot, and my life has changed a lot since 2018 when I saw Zero. So to see him back on screen again, it felt like my life was complete, like pieces are falling back into place. And yeah, that was really emotional for me actually. Actually, I sat there and like cried for 10 minutes after the movie got over because it was so surreal. I could not believe that this was actually happening. I did not think I would be here, and and I was really happy about it.
Have you seen the film second time? Would you watch it again?
Oh, I did watch it again. I
You
did
did
watch
watch
it.
it again?
I watched on Saturday, and I
All right.
loved
Okay.
it
We'll,
just
we'll,
as
we'll come to
much.
the repeat. We'll come to the repeat audience shortly. Okay, Nabila, you're in Mumbai right now?
No, I'm back in Toronto. I watched the first show at 8 a.m. in Mumbai. And then I watched it again at 4:30 p.m. in IMAX in Mumbai again. Then I left and I went to Riyadh in Saudi Arabia. I watched it there. And then now I'm back in Toronto and I'm watching it tomorrow in Toronto. Yeah.
So 3 times you've seen. How was your experience of watching that film in a movie hall?
Oh my God, it was amazing. So I think I was telling you in the last session that this was the first. I've done all the other crazy events, birthdays, movie premieres, etc. But this was the first movie release day that I've been in Mumbai in India to watch a Shah Rukh Khan movie. So 8 a.m. did not feel like 8 a.m. The streets were buzzing, the crowds were there, lots of excitement. We were cutting cake and we had banners, and it was just, the fanfare was amazing, just completely unreal. So yeah, I had an amazing experience. People were cheering throughout the movie, dancing in the cinema hall right after the film finished. So it could not be a better experience than that, in my opinion.
Great. What about Riyadh?
Yeah, so I was in Riyadh. By that time, it was day 3 of the movie release. And it was surprising in Riyadh, actually, as many of you might know, movies recently started playing there maybe a couple of years ago. So before that, there was no cinemas. I didn't know what the crowd would be. There was about 15 shows, 15 showtimes at every theater there. So, you can imagine a lot of options. And still, I think our cinema was 70-80% full in IMAX. Pretty expensive screening. So I was quite impressed. And there was not just like Indians, there was a lot of Arab fans as well. So it was really exciting. And at the end, they played the Jume Jo Pathaan song in Arabic, which was really exciting to watch. So Very good experience. Yeah.
All right, let's come to Trish. Trish, your thoughts.
Well, I want to say that my husband has sort of been on this Bollywood ride with me. In a sense, he's not watching the films with me, but he understands obviously that there's something going on with me and Shah Rukh Khan. And he came down to me this morning and said, he's in the paper. I said, what? He said, Shah Rukh Khan is in our paper today, and it says it's the #5 film in the USA. And he kept saying 695 cinemas. That's it. And he's #5. And so when you get my husband's attention about a film, you know something's going on.
Something's going on. All right, Lalita, what about you? When did you see the film?
I'm located in Michigan, Farmington Hills. So I saw it in AMC Livonia. And we had a huge snowstorm that day, the biggest one for the season. And so we had like lots of people. We were going in a big group. So people were like concerned whether they could make it. So we said, just keep enough time and go really slow, so that you are like, keep an hour and a half, even if it's like a 10 minutes drive, keep that much time so that you are in the theater in time. So people did make it. We were concerned whether people would come, because the first day, how the numbers do matter, but the hall was like almost full. And like people like, because we are like those crazy fans. So, but not everyone has that kind of thing, to come in the snowstorm, because the roads were not cleared, because it was still snowing. The roads were not cleared, but people did make it. And for me, I feel like this is like a personal victory for me. I don't know how Shah Rukh Khan must be feeling, but it's, for me, it's not like, it's someone else. It's like, it's my own victory that it's a victory of my ideology, which actually I see that, that when people come in, because for me, it doesn't matter what the numbers are, how many crores it made, but people coming out and showing that kind of enthusiasm, that is the biggest victory.
Okay, what you're saying is something what Shah Rukh Khan said as well at the celebration press conference, that it's not the number of crores. What is important is that how love is being spread, and the entire Amar Akbar Anthony analogy that he gave,
Yeah, I
and why
love
it's
that.
important. So
Yeah. Yes, I love that Amar Akbar Anthony thing, which he said, because that is truly, what the culture of India, that is what India is about. And this shows that it is a win of that thing that we believe in.
Okay, Farhan, what about you? This entire Amar Akbar Anthony statement that he made, and everyone is talking about it. How important is the element of love that this film is spreading?
It is. I mean, with all the nonsense that was going on before the release of the movie, unnecessary hatred, right, based off religious sentiments being heard and whatnot, which did not make any sense. And what he said today, that makes complete sense. That's what cinema is supposed to do: bring people together. You don't care about your, religion, caste, culture, and all of that. It just brings you together across global boundaries. And that's exactly what this movie is doing. Like, it proved no matter how much hatred there is out there, how much people are saying, oh, we need to boycott this, or this is hurting our religious sentiments, this is going against our beliefs. It justified all of that, because the movie, it's a simple movie, it's a straightforward movie, it's a nice movie. It's not trying to bring anyone down, it's trying to bring people together, it's showing nationalism. It's just a fun, loving, action-packed movie. And Pathaan's success proved that no matter how much hatred is out there, when a man who spreads love, who has been spreading love from past 30 years, he can do that regardless of what people outside are trying to do, regardless of how much they try to bring him down. With his love, with the love of his fans, like, none of that mattered. At the end, he prevailed, we all prevailed.
Nabila, you were there in India. When you were there in the cinema hall, 2 times you watched it, did you feel at any point of time that maybe there's too much of I think maybe rabble rousing by the news channels maybe, and people people are just going to enjoy a good film, and everyone is coming in. They don't have any problems with almost anything. Did you have something of those sentiments?
Yeah, and I think I was saying in the last session, right? I think it's a small group of people making a large noise. And I mean, that's very clearly obvious because the crowds are there. I mean, if you can make, it's not about money, but if you can make that kind of money, that means the cinemas are full every single day for 5 days. So that's proof that, people are coming out in the millions. So I don't think, I did not feel at any point in the cinema halls that there was any sort of divisiveness or any sort of hatred. People were cheering at the scenes that were promoting the nationalism, the patriotism. But I think everyone appreciated that there was no the movie didn't have any like anti-Pakistan sentiments, anti-Afghanistan sentiments, which is very common in films that are very patriotic. They're putting other films, other countries down, and there was none of that. And I think that prevailed. People loved that. People want to go back and celebrate that. And I saw the country just coming together and just enjoying a good film, enjoying some entertainment, enjoying the action. People were cheering together, dancing together. And in that hall, it doesn't matter who you are and what background you're from. Nobody cares, right? And I think that is how India has been. I just think, as I said before, there are certain groups making a lot of noise, but I think that got shut down pretty fast.
All right, Cynthia, when you saw Shah Rukh in the press conference, a lot of people, a lot of fans, they were a bit concerned about the fact that he has gone a bit silent in the recent times, and he has not been speaking much, and maybe he has not been maybe smiling enough the way a lot of you guys like him to be. Did you feel that wit is back? He was literally responding to all the love yous to all the fans, and the repartees were there as well. Do you think that the wit is back and he's enjoying himself, the sense of humor?
Absolutely. I think the wit never left. Faridoon, I actually watched all of your videos and the coverage over Pathaan. I've been so excited just watching the numbers, even though I have no idea how much a crore is. I'm still following, trying to figure out how well it's doing in the US. And, I was thinking, and this is something that I thought was interesting, but none of the trade analysts mentioned this in any of their videos, which is people spent all of COVID rewatching classic Shah Rukh Khan movies. We fell in love with the classic Shah Rukh Khan, and we were waiting for him to come back. And for us, this was like a moment we've been waiting for. We relived our childhood memories. He's my childhood hero. It's not Superman. It's not Spider-Man. It's Shah Rukh Khan. He's my childhood hero. So it was incredibly special to see that, and really, really exciting for us to see him happy. And I think something that he does so well as a person, and I think this is a common theme, is that people are like, this is not just a movie, it's about him and who he is as a person, is that Shah Rukh Khan knows when to speak and when to be silent, and both of them speak volumes. So I think it's really beautiful. I also went 3 times. I took 8 of my friends, and in the US, we don't really stream in theaters. I see these videos of people streaming in the theaters in India, and I'm like, that looks so cool and so fun. And that doesn't happen here. But I didn't care. I was in the front row and I was screaming because I was so happy to see him enter the screen. So it was very exciting.
Please share those videos.
Will do.
All right. Okay. Aryan, now, the way Shah Rukh appreciated both John and Deepika and did so very, very genuinely. Do you find that heartening in a way?
100%. I think especially for Deepika, like someone whose career has blossomed because of this connection with Shah Rukh and the platform that he's given her, I think she herself is already so grateful to him, but the gratitude that he shows to a young, very, very talented actress who's been around for a while now, but it's always been that relationship of yes, he knows that she's a huge part of who she is because of him, but a huge part of who he is and the success he has is also because of her. And you can see the genuine love between the two of them and the connection. And with John as well, this was a movie for me where I was like, a lot of people came out of the theater so impressed with John, and I think Shah Rukh really knows that too. And I haven't seen John be given the platform, whether it's a villain or a hero, whatever character, like the one he had in Pathaan. And it's undeniable that a huge part of that is because of the recognition that an actor like Shah Rukh gives to other people. And we've seen that through countless movies where he's put his co-stars above him, and he's shown that he can't make a movie on his own. Yes, he can bring the audiences and he can bring all of us together, but it's his co-stars that really drive him and allow him to be better as well. So I think he really acknowledged that.
Divya, I saw a tweet by a journalist, and she wrote that we are as one of you said, that we are discovering his earlier movies. So she wrote that I saw Paheli, and it's such a nice film.
Yeah.
So do you like that cute in a way, because people are rediscovering his earlier works, the level of excitement around him right now, as John said, that Shah Rukh Khan is an emotion.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I've been on Twitter for like the past 4 years, and I've seen so many new people discover him, and so many old fans rediscover why they love Shah Rukh. And these 4 years gave them time to, so like I know one person on Twitter. So I think she watched Fan, if I'm not wrong, a year ago, and she literally like binge watched the rest of them to arrive at a point where she's ready to watch Pathaan with everybody else. And she was so excited to do that. And I think that's what is that's what is heartening for me too. Like even me, like I spent the last 4 years not really watching Bollywood movies, but like sitting on Netflix watching like Kuch Kuch Hota Hai or K3G or like Jab Harry Met Sejal. So I mean that's been really nice for me, I think.
Trish, have you been watching past movies of Shah Rukh Khan of late?
Yes, well, actually, I only came to the fandom in 2013, so I had to catch up. I've seen the film since 2013 in the theater, but I wasn't born a fan. I discovered him because of streaming services. So thank goodness for streaming services, so we can have this global love. And it's just been able to, it's changed my life, really, actually.
So have you seen his earlier works like Anjam and Dar, Ram Jane?
Yeah. I have. And because of the streaming services, I got to see them, and I got to see the range of characters that he plays, and that just blew me away. But and it was so different from anything that I was used to, especially because of not only the characters and seeing India for the first time, really, the music and the dancing is so different from what I grew up with. And I once you see it, I think you just want more. You want to see what else can he do? What else has he done? And the character range is just so wide. There's something for everyone in his catalog, for sure.
You've seen Ram Jane?
Yes, actually, isn't that's the one where he's the he screams Ram. They just scream his name over and over in the film. Yes.
All right. So I have a question for all of you, and if you can please briefly tell me about your views on this, and your repeat value like moment of the film. Briefly. So I'll start with Vasla. Vasla, I genuinely believe, and this is something that anyone who follows movies would tell you this, that the films become successful not merely because of fan clubs, personal fan clubs of stars. They become hugely successful when neutral audiences, they start going in the theaters, and that is when the movies become big. What is the sentiment? What is the sentiment that you've been getting from people around you, your friends, who maybe necessarily not have been Shah Rukh Khan fans, but they have been very kicked about Pathaan and they've liked it. Briefly, if you guys can tell me, and your repeat value moment of Pathaan.
Absolutely. So here is a Tamil friend of mine who's never ever seen a Hindi movie at all, and I actually asked him what all we can do for the fandom celebration, because they celebrate the South movies like that. So he gave me some tips. But the very next day of Pathaan, I get a message from him that, is it a movie where I can go with my kids? I said, of course you can. And he's already gone. He came back. He said, awesome. So, it's neutral. And he's not a typical neutral kind of a person, but that's the level. And repeat value, I can tell you, I will definitely go for a private rental theater and take all the people with me just to dance when the movie happens. And of course, my mother goes in too.
I've already seen your sentiment. And okay, that's amazing. Okay, Lavita, what about you? Do you feel that it's the neutral audience that makes a movie successful? And what is your experience?
Yeah, absolutely. Because they are the ones, because these like the fans would go for the movie, irrespective of whether it's good, bad. We just, want to see a Shah Rukh Khan movie. But like, say, my parents are like, okay, they are okay with but they're not like, they are not those who would want to go for a repeat show. So we were going for like the 5 o'clock and the 8:30. So they said initially that, no, we will go back home. We'll just see the 5 o'clock and we'll go back, watching the movie. And they are like 85, 84. So it's like difficult for them to sit that long in the theater. So then they said, then finally they decided we'll watch the 8:30 one as well. And then after seeing the back-to-back shows, they were like, oh, this was so good. And because of COVID, they had this inhibition, they had developed this inhibition. They don't want to come out of the house as well. So this was like, when they came out, watched 2 movies back to back, I think no vaccine probably gave them that, inner, whatever, that security to, that, the COVID is over. I think this movie gave them that feeling. And they are like, I think we need to go out more often now.
That's amazing. Your repeat value.
I actually, if I could, I would go back every day to watch the movie.
Okay, Farhan, what do you think? Do you feel like, you've been a very, very active supporter and as far as SRK universe is concerned, handling a lot of things. Do you feel it is the neutral audience that really makes a movie huge?
100%, because see, as fans, Shah Rukh Khan can make a 3-hour video of him eating food. We'll go and watch. We will go and watch because we love him. We love seeing his face. Like he could be sitting and eating biryani for 3 hours. We'll be there in the movie theater first show to watch that. So bumper opening, fans will help you with that. First 2-3 days, the weekend, that's all fans. They will go and watch no matter what. After that, from Monday, that's when the neutral audience take over. And if they don't like it, the movie is not going to work. Like fans can go and watch it 2 times, 3 times. That can help a bit. But for a movie to become a blockbuster, all-time blockbuster, what is happening with Pathaan, it's not just fans, it's the neutral audience. And here too, I've seen the movie 3 times in USA, 2 times here in Windsor, and the shows are full. There are so many people. Surely not all of them are fans, but I'm just hearing good things as I walk out. There was this lady, almost 70, 80 years old, next to me. She was just enjoying, clapping at every scene, even the most obvious scenes where you know that, okay, in the end, Pathaan will save and do this and that. And she's like, Pathaan bacha lega, and she's clapping when he does. So with that sentiment, I'm looking all the kids, elderly women, middle-aged people, everyone just enjoying walking out of the screens with a smile on their face. That's a neutral audience, and they are absolutely loving it. And if they love it, this is what's going to happen. Like the records that Pathaan is breaking, it's beyond imagination. Like I, in my wildest dream, didn't even think that could happen. I knew it would be a hit. I didn't know it would be madness at the box office, which is happening. And that's mostly because of the neutral audience, and they're loving it.
All right, your repeat value.
I watched it 5 times already, and I can go every single day. I've watched it every single day since it released till now. I may go even tomorrow. I'm planning to go to Toronto next weekend to watch it again with a couple of friends. And I can watch it again and again just for Shah Rukh Khan's entry. I mean, over 4 years, just waiting for him. First day, first show in US, the minute he came on the screen and he said Zinda Hai, that's it. I was like, I didn't even need to watch the rest of the movie. I knew I'm gonna come back again and again for this. It's just amazing.
Trish, your feeling.
I have to tell you that usually in the US, when the credits come on, people leave. But for the Pathaan theme, everyone stayed. No one got up. That's a big deal here because we're all in a big hurry to get home. So I knew, I mean, obviously I knew when there were, I was telling Farhan today when I was at the theater, there were 18 people at a daytime show on a Monday. That Farhan and I have been the only people in a theater, and there were 18 on a day show a week later. That says volumes about the USA and the growth of the fandom.
What time was the show?
4:40
in the evening.
in the afternoon. So I mean, people typically we get off about 5 o'clock, right? So here people were able to get off on a day a week later to make it to the theater. It's like nothing I've seen.
Yeah, because till 5 p.m. you never see, for any movie, doesn't matter, Bollywood or Hollywood, you will have
No.
3 people just sitting there chilling because
Yes.
yeah, that's all. So even having 15, 20 people, that's insane.
It is.
Nabila, what about you? Neutral audience.
Definitely. I mean, even in my evening show in India, it was definitely not a fan audience. I could tell because, first day, first show, you've got all the fanfare, people wearing t-shirts, you can tell. Went to the evening IMAX show, completely mixed audience, elderly people, families, kids. You can tell it was not a fan show. This was just a normal public. And there was cheering and there was excitement and everyone stayed past the song right till the end scene, and you could tell that those were normal people just enjoying the movie. And so I think it's only able to work these kinds of numbers and this kind of pandemonium, I suppose, because of neutral audiences. Fans, if we could do this, we could have done it for all the other movies too, but this is a neutral audience for sure.
On your long flight from Riyadh to Canada, were you having this FOMO moment that there must be fans who must be watching the film right now?
Of course, I watched two Shah Rukh Khan movies on the flight, Rab Ne Bana Di Jodi, and I don't remember which other one, but I feel like on the flight, I was just looking forward to getting back. I was texting my boyfriend and I was saying, I can't wait to get back so we can just go again and watch it together. So that's the only thing on my mind. And I was a little bit having some FOMO knowing this, event was going on in Mumbai and there was going to be celebrations and Shah Rukh was going to come out on the balcony and I had just left. So anyways, I was feeling all kinds of FOMO for many, many different reasons, but nonetheless, excited that it's still playing in theaters and I can continue to go day after day.
Like he said that he's having a permanent ticket of balcony now.
I know, right? Tourism will increase.
Yeah, Cynthia, what about you? Do you feel it's the neutral audience that makes a film hit? And is it working for Pathaan?
I think it's so location dependent. Like in the US, I feel like the audience is quite neutral to begin with. The only time I've ever heard anyone in the US make noise in a movie theater was when Thor's hammer was caught by Captain America in like a Marvel movie. But that level of excitement I saw for Pathaan, which was crazy. Like for a Bollywood movie, and I go for most of them, I've never seen this level of fullness, 80-90% in North Carolina. I'm not in like New York or California. I'm in North Carolina, and the theaters are like every full families coming to see it. It was so exciting, and I think people were so curious because the marketing strategy for Pathaan was insanely different than other movies. They didn't do promos, they didn't do interviews, they didn't go any comedy shows, they didn't do any of that. And it was so smart because it made people so curious when they saw the teaser. Like, I remember when I saw the teaser, I was like, what did he do in these 4 years? This is amazing. Like, I mean, I was so excited at my adrenaline was going. I was like, this is like Bollywood level Marvel in a whole different way. That was like an incredibly exciting. So repeatable moments for me are definitely the funny Bollywood references to classic films during Pathaan, because it really catches the traditional audience, because people love that. That's when people laugh the most in the theater. And then other repeatable moments, like when someone has acted for so long, you think that there's no way they can create a new expression that you haven't seen before on screen. But the expression that really got me is the salute during that very emotional scene that Shah Rukh does to Dimple Kapadia's character. But his liquid eyes, I've never seen his gaze like that in a movie, in any of his movies. Just like this puppy dog eyes, like melting type of like sad but emotional but like loving all at once. And I've never seen anything like it. So I think there's definitely a lot of repeatable scenes and dialogues, and I think a good screenplay is what keeps people coming back for sure. Because if the story wasn't good, people wouldn't go back. So I think that's something Bollywood has been lacking for a while in the last 5 to 10 years, to be quite honest. Like good stories that captivate people. And when you put great stories and you put a face like Shah Rukh Khan, how can you go wrong? You know.
All right, Divya, what about you?
I do agree with what everybody else said about, neutrals making a film go from that hit to a blockbuster. Um, and at the same time, Pathaan is a really good product. So neutrals were bound to love it. The theater that I was in, I don't think anybody else was a fan there. It was just me. So I was just quitting on the inside. But I could hear people around me gasping and like being in shock over some of the scenes. So, like for example, the two girls next to me, when Shah Rukh Khan came on in Besharam Rang, where he's all like shirtless, the girl next to me gasped so hard she choked. I was like, I was laughing for the next 5 minutes. Uh, and then there was another incident. So, like, right when I finished the movie and was coming back, the Uber driver, um, so I told him my name. My name is Divya. He's like, Divya Bharati. I'm like, nobody's called me that in 15 years. Like people used to call me that when I was in like school and anything. But then so I'm like, you know her? He's like, yeah. Her first movie was at Shah Rukh Khan. I'm like, bro, I know. And then so he's like, oh, did you watch Pathaan? I'm like, of course I did. I watched it twice. And then he's like, oh, I watched first day too. It was so good. And then we played like Jume Jo Pathaan 3 times over the entire Uber ride.
That's
So that was
that's
really
a
fun.
that's a very good story. All right, Aryan, what
Yeah.
about you?
No, I definitely think it's about the neutral audience and especially about the longevity of how the film does. Nabila said it so well. She said if the fans could do this for every movie, we would have, and that's exactly it. Not every movie is a hit like Pathaan is, and that's because it's a mix of everyone coming together. Now, in Toronto, I think especially there is an important mix of the fanfare and the neutral audiences, and bringing neutral audiences to Pathaan. The fans are definitely doing that. I mean, as I said earlier, I took my Italian roommate. I know people who took their Serbian friends. I know an Iraqi girl that went. So like I saw the multiculturalism of Toronto showing up in the theaters for Pathaan, and that was also so beautiful to watch. In fact, I can actually hear my roommate humming Jume Jo Pathaan in the other room right now. So it's amazing. And so in terms of like repeatability, like it's these catchy moments that you just don't forget because for one, the action and the masala of this film is like so eye-catching and so unforgettable. And on top of that, how can you not want to just think about it again and watch it again? And a film like this, despite its runtime, you blink and you miss something and you just want to go back and you would do anything just to see that part again. And you can't do that unless you see it again. So that's all it is for that.
All right. Okay. All right. So that's interesting. Okay, so guys, we'll end this with a everyone is talking about Jume Jo Pathaan. Can we have like a chorus of Jume Jo Pathaan from all of you?
Yeah.
At the same time?
I'll have
That's gonna
Aryan
be
sing and
Yeah.
dance to it because I'm a really bad singer. I have a
No, no,
very
no.
horrible
In
No.
voice.
chorus,
Aryan is a
chorus,
pro.
everyone sounds good. In chorus, everyone sounds good. Please go ahead.
Now, Faridoon, I needed to just say one thing over here. That पठान के फैंस के घर में पार्टी रखोगे तो मेहमान नवाजी के लिए पठान के फैंस तो आएंगे और साथ में स्नो स्टॉर्म भी लाएंगे.
अच्छा,
That would
मौसम
be
बिगड़ने
good.
वाला है. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, Jume Jo Pathaan, please.
Come
We can
on,
dance.
Faridoon, you're good. You should start. We'll join you.
You have the best voice here, it seems.
Right? Yeah.
Okay, let's start. 1, 2, 3. Jume Jo
मैं जो
Pathaan.
पठान मेरी जान
Jume Jo Pathaan. Come on. You guys should take off now.
Yeah, we need to sing. Shah Rukh did earlier today, right?
yeah
Saying
yeah
that he doesn't sing well, but I think he did. And we can just replicate him.
Fantastic. Anyway, so lovely talking to you guys. Amazing insights from all of you, and congratulations. And I hope that this movie becomes a huge success. And definitely, there's no doubt about that. It's a new, I think, journey for Shah Rukh Khan, and it's going to be a very, very interesting journey. Thank you very much, and have a good night. Have a great day. All the best, and thank you for talking to me. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you
you
so
for
much.
having
Thank
us.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Later.